Welcome guys, another FA Cup match. Of course, Arsenal 2, Bournemouth 1. I have to say, a very dominant first half from the Gunners. Of course guys, before we even get into this match reaction, of course, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel. Guys, help me get my followers up. If there's anything you think I need to do with this video, let me know in the comment section. Of course, love to get to know your feedback and of course your comments on the game. And well, what can I say? From a dominating first half, we definitely made it harder for ourselves to finish the game. Well, we saw an excellent first half from the young Gunners again stepping up. The likes of Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka getting on the score sheet. When, listen, this kid, he's literally, since he's come on the scene, he's been doing excellent. Even from last season when Unai Emery put him in the squad, from what we saw of him, he's been doing excellent. And this season, covering in that left-back position, come on guys, since we've been out, Tierney's been out, Kolasinac has been out, Bukayo Saka has definitely started to make his mark. And hopefully, I don't want him taking that left back position permanently. Of course, while he's covering, he's been doing exceptional. And listen, Eddie Nketiah, man, getting on the score sheet, showing Leeds United why on earth did they not keep him for the rest of the season on loan. I have no clue. But like I said to you in the video where I said he's come back, I told you, this is good, because where Lacazette hasn't really been playing so well, we're going to need someone else. You know, Aubameyang's been out now. Oh, his suspension is lifted now. He's got those 3 games are done. So he should be back, ready for the weekend against Burnley, away at Turf Moor. And listen, Nketiah, that was a great ball from Bukayo Saka. Definitely man of the match, worthy. And listen, shout out to Guendouzi. I thought Guendouzi had a very good game. Passing the ball, the way he was passing the ball in that first half, exceptional. And Mustafi. Now, of course, you know I went absolutely nuts at Mustafi in the Chelsea match. And look, I had every right to. But that second half performance, which I didn't actually talk about, he played well. And today, I honestly, I even said this on Twitter. Why doesn't Mustafi pass the ball like that more often? He had a fantastic game until he got injured. And this is going to sound so messed up. Once he come off the pitch, and I'm going to explain why it's messed up, because we've been getting at Mustafi time and time again. You remember my little rant about Mustafi last season. And look, we have to be real. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere. And of course, with all this news and backlash about Pablo Mari, is the deal off? Because apparently he's gone back to Brazil and there's more negotiations going on. And then now I'm hearing it's off. And I don't know right now. We don't know what's going on with that. It's a lot of news and speculation. But of course, Mustafi right now is here to stay. But if he plays like that more, then listen, we can hold on to him until we can get a good replacement for him. I don't see why not. But listen, he played well. Those balls he was putting to Bukayo Saka today, we need to be seeing more of that. But the problem is now he's injured. And I had such a car crash of a collision with our own goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, who at first, listen, he had a very quiet game in that first half. Listen, Bournemouth weren't doing absolutely nothing. They were chasing us. Once Mustafi went off in that second half because of the collision with Martinez, and Martinez was looking very erratic, which can be a problem. Hopefully he can stop doing that. And I hope Arteta screams at him for being so erratic, because, you know, there was one corner. Luckily, he was able to parry that out. But why are you coming out of the goal line, Martinez? I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know why he's doing that. But listen, I'm not gonna bitch and moan at the players, because again, you know, certain players, you know, haven't been playing. Rob Holding, like, oh boy, it's been a lot of debate I've been seeing in other videos and even conversations I've had with other Gooners and even other supporters, and they're saying, listen, man, I think you guys gassed up Rob Holding a bit much. And look, at the end of the day, the man is still trying to wiggle his way into the team. And let's be honest, like, this season, he hasn't really looked all that. I mean, since probably that Nottingham Forest game back earlier on in the, in the Carling Cup, before we got knocked out, I mean, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? He had that one header, he had that one magic moment, and since then, he just hasn't looked any decent. We have to be real. He hasn't looked any decent. So I'm worried for Rob Holding right now because a lot of Arsenal fans are getting onto him right now. And look, I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but he needs to step it up. Do you know what I'm saying? We've been saying the same thing about Lacazette. He needs to step it up. The difference is with Lacazette, he's stepping up. He ain't been scoring the goals, which we need him to, but he is showing a lot of fight in the game. And Rob Holding, I fear for him because, listen, right now he's not really on top of the list in the pecking order, but right now he might have to be because, you know, David Luiz is, obviously he can't play the next game because he got a red card against Chelsea. Now Mustafi's out, Mavropanos is out on loan, Chambers is out with injury for the rest of the season, so Rob Holding's going to have to start stepping it up. It's as simple as that. So we don't, and besides, Mustafi come off on a stretcher, so we don't know the strength and the length of Mustafi. You know he come down on his ankle, but boy, it's not really a good time right now at Arsenal when it comes to injuries, and especially our defensive issues, which has been the key problem for so long, and especially this season. So Arsenal really need to be going out there and getting another centre-back. It's as simple as that. Because we are literally down to our last 3 centre-backs at the club right now. It's that dire. And boy, I don't know. I really don't know. But again, Bellerin, I thought Bellerin had a good game. There was a few times I thought I don't, you know, he got winded when he went up for the header, and I love the fact that he ran and jumped for that header. Yeah, he might have lost his breath, but you saw the passion, you saw the fight in him running to even make that header, which was good. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a couple times he actually went on forward and tried to play well. There was a couple times I was kind of screaming at the TV, telling Pepe to help him because, listen, this is Bellerin's second game back. He's going to need some support. Do you know what I mean? Pepe did well. He did well. He did all right. He made a lot of runs. He was passing and moving, especially with Eddie and Nketiah, and helping out Joe Willock. Let's get into that midfield right now because, like I said, I can forget. Sokratis, I didn't feel he had a bad game. Of course, he was up and down and clearing the ball out, just doing the defensive jobs as he used to. So, again, once Mustafi come off and Rob Holding come in, we just looked really, really shaky. And to be fair, we did drop the pressure off and allow Bournemouth back into the game, which is why I keep saying game management is so important. And, you know, I hope Arteta can beat it in these players sooner or later, because at the end of the season, we're really going to see what Arteta does with these players in terms of pre-season, in terms of transfers in, and in terms of transfers out. Unless these players want to play for Arsenal Football Club, they need to be managing the game a lot better. You were 2-0 up in the first half, and then you slowly allowed Bournemouth to get back into the game, where literally they come out and look like they didn't want to do anything. Do you know what I mean? But I digress. Let's just get back to the players. Xhaka, I felt, again, first half he was doing well. Second half, he just started to slowly turn back into the Xhaka that we all knew. Just giving the ball away, sloppy passing, but in the end, he had fairly a decent game, and then just taking too long on that free kick. But I know there weren't many options. He was looking for probably someone to run in, but by the time then Pepe come off, do you know what I mean? And we didn't really have another option for a winger, do you know what I mean? So it was what it was. Willock had to go wide, and yeah, man, it just wasn't. Yeah, it was what it was with Xhaka. Guendouzi, on the other hand, I give him a lot of props. Now, I've said in the last few videos that Guendouzi, I felt he needed to come out the team a little bit because he ain't really been playing good. And the last person that ain't been playing good, that needed to come out the team, and we all remember what happened to him at the Emirates. And look, he's come back and is a reformed player. And speaking of Guendouzi, like I was saying, he's come back as a reformed player. And of course, I was talking about Saka. There was no mistake. Yeah, when I'm talking about a player that was on poor form. You guys know what I'm talking about. So back to Guendouzi. Guendouzi was popping the balls in, out, everywhere, and he was fighting till the 90th minute. Yeah, he had a few little dirty fouls. Listen, man, everyone needs to do that. He showed a lot of heart out there. He even had a shot which a lot of people have been getting at Guendouzi for. He doesn't take enough shots outside the box or even go for it, and it's true. And it wasn't really the cleanest of strikes. It was a first time hit, close, but obviously no cigar. But other than that, Guendouzi, man, he played well. You impressed me today. This is good. We need to keep seeing that. Joe Willock, yeah, man, I thought you done all right today, man. There was a few times I just felt he was a little bit sloppy on the ball. His first touch let him down a few times, but other than that, man, you saw the energy in Joe Willock. You saw the hunger in him, and you could tell he needs more game time. If he really wants to establish himself in this Arsenal team going forward, he might have to start coming on as a substitute. You know what I mean? So more time. So we'll probably see more Joe Willock in the next round when we go to play Portsmouth. So we'll probably see more of that. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? Let's go to the forwards, of course. Eddie Nketiah, who I thought was in and about today, took his chance when he got the goal, of course. Brilliant cross from Bukayo Saka. Martinelli just basically couldn't even get a touch of that, but it looked good, you know what I'm saying? And then Eddie just taps it in. Brilliant goal, striker's finish. Like I said earlier in the video, why did Leeds decide to send him back to Arsenal? It doesn't matter. Like I said, we can do with Nketiah, especially with the other. We've got loads of games. We got the FA Cup, like I said, through to the next round. We got Olympiacos when we get back into the Europa League, and of course the Premier League, when we need to start capitalising on, we need to start catching up the points. We've dropped so many points over the course of this season. We ain't really got many wins. So, like I said, with Lacazette not really scoring right now, Eddie gives us another option off the bench because, of course, Aubameyang is back now. Obviously, this was his last game being banned, so it was what it was. But Eddie, man, he's doing all right, man. Like, again, his first full game in 90 minutes. I'm happy with Arteta giving him the full 90 minutes, not seeing him come off. Of course, he was a little bit disheartened not coming on against Chelsea in the final minutes because Willock came on instead. But in the end, man, Eddie had a good game. Martinelli, what can I say about this kid? This kid does what he does. Of course, he didn't get a goal today, but he was in and about. He was making himself known. He's here, Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah, man, he was doing good, man. And this, again, same goes for Pepe. I thought Pepe had a decent game. Couple times I thought he could really helped out Bellerin a little bit much in terms of getting back and defending. I just think Pepe just don't like defending, but I'm pretty sure Arteta will probably get in his ear and just say, listen, you need to start helping Bellerin a little bit more. So the subs that come on, I don't even think we used all three subs. Of course, Holding come on. I didn't really think Holding just looked out of it. I just think, again, because he hasn't really been playing that much, he's been in and out. And yeah, he did come on and cover that centre-back position in that Chelsea game when we were literally down to 10 men. But Holding only came on, in the second half? Do you know what I mean? But, we'll see what's going on with Holding further forward. But right now, it's not really looking good at the minute. But, maybe, I don't know where his headspace is. Other than that, AZ Maitland-Niles didn't really get enough time. I mean, by the time he come on, yes, we had 8 minutes at added time. But, I mean, I didn't really see him do too much, so it's all right. And who come on as well? Who am I forgetting? Oh, gosh. Oh, God. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. If I'm forgetting someone, I apologise, but I'm really struck. The missing man, the man that's come from Madrid, How could I forget you? Because he did all right. Nothing really too special, you know, other than the fans singing his song. You know what I mean? But at the Vitali Stadium. But again, you know, Ceballos in and around, finding it very hard to get into the team. You know, there's many links and reports saying he's unhappy, he wants to go back. Valencia probably interested in taking him for the remainder of the season on loan. Real Madrid want him to stay at Arsenal. Arsenal want to send him back. So many things to hear about him. But at the end of the day, Dani Ceballos come in and he did a job. It's as simple as that. But listen, Arsenal go through to the next round, 2-1. And listen, we got Burnley coming up this weekend. Stay tuned for the Max course and match preview. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Ryan's War and check out the Socially Outcasted series where, you know, I talk about a little bit about me in depth of my life. And of course, it's just to help the people out there who are struggling mentally. And, you know, I just want to give back. And of course, people like me who, you know, haven't really had a lot of people to talk to or didn't really have a voice when they were younger, you know, I'm just here trying to give out, you know, my story and, you know, feel I could help people out. But like I said, check out Ryan's War for that. I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of this video. And yeah, guys, so again, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Ryan's War. Let me know your thoughts and comments at the bottom of this video. And yeah, I'll be back with you guys soon. Peace.